So the first video in this series, I'd like to go over the construction of the pelvis and the internal organs here and how they are being supported by the muscular sling that we identify as the pelvic floor. For the sake of this demonstration, I will be utilizing a female pelvis and the female anatomy here. So as you can see, the pelvis itself is made up of two halves. We have a right ilium and a left ilium. We have the pubic bone here in front with the pubic symphysis. We have our sacrum back here that attaches into our lower lumbar spine. And then we also have the internal organs here in the model that are sitting within the pelvic cavity. There is the bladder, the uterus and fallopian tubes. We also have the rectum here. And then if we go ahead and remove these systems, then we can kind of see more specifically how the pelvic floor is there and designed to create that muscular sling within the bowl of the pelvis to keep everything held together. So this muscular sling is created by three different layers of tissue. So there is a superficial layer, a middle layer, and a deep layer. And these three layers work together to contract and relax in order to adjust to our activity levels, to help support that healthy amount of intra-abdominal pressure that I mentioned, and also to assist with bowel, bladder, and sexual functions. So this system is very dynamic in terms of its movement. It's not just contracted and it's not just relaxed. It needs to adjust in real time throughout our day-to-day activities to help us do whatever it is that it needs to do, whether that's to help with voiding, to help support that pressure system within our abdominal cavity, or to do a combination of the two. So with this kind of top-down view, I'd also like to shift temporarily to the bottom-up view so you can also see how it's constructed from a different angle. So here we have the rectal opening, the vaginal opening, and the urethral opening here. And these are our two sits bones that many of us are familiar with and where the hamstring tendons attach. There's also a lot of ligaments that attach to this same similar area that if I turn the pelvis around, those ligaments are actually being depicted here by these two white structures, and these are very important in terms of helping to create support and stability through the back of the pelvis. This is our sacrum from the back side. This is our lumbar spine at the top, and then our two SI joints that many people are familiar with, kind of the two small dimples that some people will see in the low back. And this is where a lot of force is generated through, and a lot of other muscular attachments are joining at these particular spots to create stability and support from the top half of the body to the lower half of the body. So as you can see, this sling through here, and also more easily through here, is where our next video is going to go in terms of better understanding what is a Kegel, how to do one properly, and how it is contributing to the pelvic floor strength as a system.